got more sense today.
Hey, and me and Ronnie never fell out. Me and Ronnie never fell out.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
What bring you out? You know, like I said, you got when I last interviewed you, you had a big song. You and old boy Prince, y'all came on here. You actually, they went out of town that day, and you ended up staying. I think we did a second interview either after they left,
completely after.
So, and the one thing I do know that y'all had a hell of a song. And this song, to this day,
20 billion streams worldwide.
20 billion streams worldwide.
20 billion.
20 billion.
Get out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's big.
That's huge. You know, for most people never equate to that. Not in this day and time.
Wow.
It went viral. Everybody was dancing.
What song is that?
It's called Bounce When She Walk.
Oh, Bounce When She Walk. Yeah, I heard that in Compton.
Yeah,
shit. It got to be straight.
It got to be me.
When you hit on Rosecrans. Shit. Yeah, you got over.
I got another one. Throw that ass in the circle that I'm a part of too.
Throw that ass in the circle. If they throw it in a circle, we can all hit it.
Facts. So now I ain't gonna lie, this is why I wanted to come talk to you, bro. Cause like I'm cool, calm, collected. I be chilling, playing my back roll, getting my money, bro. Even that circle situation, that was introducing Lil Ronnie to the world. You know what I'm saying?
You spoke on it on here before, and Lil Ronnie, shout out to my boy, that's my guy. He been on here a lot of times. You met him on here, little short bald head dude. Okay, had the jury on. He gonna keep him. He wrote for Iggy Azalea.
Yes, sir.
He wrote for
Sweetie.
He wrote for
Lotto.
He wrote some big songs. He write a lot. He flies out. He's always flying out writing for people.
That's my brother.
Yeah, that's
so
top
you hooked up with him.
That's his boy.
We super close. So the reason I'm even on that song is because I was finna get signed by some street cats with some money. They see me, young dude, rapping. They was gonna put some money behind me. And when they was about to do it, I told them put it behind my homeboy Lil Ronnie, because he had all the girls twerking to all his music. So I'm like, okay, y'all interested in me? Y'all want to sign me? Sign my boy, and then I'll play the backfield, and then we could come focus on me afterwards. So they signed him. He started doing huge things, and they was just like, man, let's put MykFresh on the song, because he gave his deal away. We didn't even know about you, but since we having some success, let's put you in the mix. And even like in that situation, like,
wait a minute. We didn't even know about you. So you saying they didn't even know about Lil Ronnie?
They didn't know about Lil Ronnie. Nah.
Had never heard of
Lil Ronnie. That was some street dudes. Matter of fact, they from Oakland, California.
They from Oakland.
Yeah.
From Oakland, oh yeah. They
came down and they met with you. How did they meet with you? Let's go back into that.
So that was like, so my mama was talking to this dude, and he was a street dude, was getting a lot of money in the streets. And he was putting his money into me, because when he heard me rap, he was trying to get at my mama. That's how he got at my mama. He put money, he bought me a studio, put his money up on me. He won my mama over like that. He wound up going to the feds. So when he went to the feds, he reached out to these guys like, hey, take care of my little homie. He want to rap. Y'all get behind him. So they took me under their wing. And that's how that happened. So it was like a jail street type of situation.
Wow.
So that's how they was finna put some money into me. And I told them, bro, I know y'all finna put money into me, but put it into my boy Lil Ronnie, because he got all these girls going crazy to his music.
Wow. So, and that song, Throw the Ass in a Circle, was that a song that was already in motion?
Nah, we made that in the midst. Nah, the songs was in motion, was Work That Pole, See Work, song called Booty. And I'm saying these dudes, but let me go and shout them out, man. Shout out to Pookie, Urban South, Fam Life Entertainment, Juju. These my guys, and these the guys who really put me, Ronnie, and Payne on for real.
Wow.
You know
so at the end of the day, you guys were basically sitting back and y'all was trying to come up with a way, because during that time you didn't have a way, but you was trying to figure it out.
Right.
And these guys here evidently was a little bit more advanced, coming from Oakland. You know, that's where Too Short
everybody
from.
in the streets was trying to keep their money up.
What year was that?
So this was 2011, 10-11.
So they already done seen the motion up in Oakland.
Right. They ran with Short and 40.
They know 40, he 40 and all of them.
I met them through them.
69th Street boys.
So they knew that they knew the game.
Yeah.
They'd already seen it coming out the trunk with it, selling tapes. Now we selling CDs. They knew the game.
Absolutely.
And when you, what was some of the key things that they showed you, and what they did different than what you were seeing down in Texas?
Man, they showed me about like hitting the ground, hitting the streets, like with the posters and doing the groundwork, kissing babies, shaking hands. And he was telling me, when we do it this way, you're gonna be able to eat off your music for the rest of your life. Right. Like when some people go the industry route, they get signed and they put this music on these platforms. When they done with you, they're gonna send you back home. And if you ain't got no foundation, you're gonna bleed out. But if you build this foundation, I heard Rain talk about this with Mo3. If you build that foundation in the streets, you ain't gonna never bleed out. You gonna always have something to eat. I heard Big Gil from Goody Mouth talk about that too.
Shout out to my nigga Gil. Big Gil.
And I experienced that. Like, even no matter what I went through in the music game, bro, I'ma always have something to eat out here.
That's right.
Just because of how I put it down in the streets and like did that groundwork.
Wow, that's heavy.
That street teamwork gets you over every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the chilling circuit, they booking me when nobody booking me. Like, I'm really one of the most booked artists in the DFW, believe it or not.
Really?
For sure. And
you get booked all the time?
More than all these niggas, they'll tell you.
You always booked?
For sure.
Wow, that's heavy, right?
Come on, my main chick will beat the chick up, throw that in a circle, bounce when she walk. My catalog is like in the club, like they could play a set of MykFresh in the club like they used to do Webby and Boosie.
Wow.
Like, so
I heard Just Hilarious to say that throw the ass in the circle what got her banged up.
Got
like,
her, yeah.
You know, like that's one of the things. I was throwing that ass in the circle.
I said, hey mama, how you doing? I'm MykFresh. She said, I know you.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that's hard, man.
I know you.
For her to recognize him.
Absolutely.
You know, because of the song, man. She does her research too. Very dope young lady. But and so getting back to them though, them guys right there, they get you, they have you, they have a relationship with you because of the OG and the feds, and now they get down to the wire of we're gonna sign you, and you had enough
humility.
Not only humility, you
at
had
16 years old.
Yeah, you could see a vision.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? To be that young to say, hey, this dude hot. We want to get him first. What made you do that?
Okay, so we was friends. We really had just met and built a friendship. That was one thing.
Because you say 2011, you had just come up here for Katrina.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah,
I was only here for 3 years.
Yeah, you hadn't been here long.
I ain't been here long.
Because he moved from New Orleans because of Katrina.
Oh, you from New Orleans?
I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was another thing I did. I had met Half Pint and I introduced Half Pint to Lil Ronnie. I was plotting on Ronnie. I've been wanting to work with him. He used to ignore my inboxes and stuff. I caught him at a party in Fort Worth.
Inbox on what? MySpace?
My own. Hey, it was MySpace.
It gotta be like
I used to hit him up on MySpace. Like, man, you hard. I want to work with you. Like, he had the songs for the girls. I wanted to get good with him. So I seen him at a party and I got in his face and he was like, I know you. I'm like, you know me, but you weren't replying to me and stuff. I was telling him like, bro, I got this dude Half Pint with me and he shoot videos. If you want videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we all clicked up.
So you put Half Pint and Lil Ronnie together?
For sure. But like Half Pint already knew of Ronnie, but for sure, that night, that party, we left and I think we went to Ronnie's house. That was my first time spending the night at Ronnie. We made Work That Pole that night. And when he put that song out, that was like his first song that went crazy.
Wow, so the chemistry was real.
The chemistry was just there. It was just happening like that.
Wow. And so
I was 16 years old, so the real reason that made me do it, I was still in school. For a 16-year-old, I was hustling. I was getting money, more money than the average 16-year-old. And I meet this guy. He's a couple years older than me. I think he was 19 at the time. So he grown. He 19 at the time. He probably, was staying with his mama at the time and was just a youngin' trying to come up. I'm younger than him, but bruh, I'm supposed to be at the house with my mom. I'm 16. I'm still in high school. But I used to come over there with like food stamp cards, feeding everybody, and I used to come over. I was a young dude, but I was doing older stuff for people. So like we built a relationship like that, and like that's why Ronnie kept me around. That's why me and Ronnie close to this day, because Ronnie don't even like rappers. He ain't friends with people like that. But in the beginning, I gave him like whatever. Like I wanted to be his hype man, even though I was a rapper. I'm like, bro, I'll be your hype man. I'll push your music. Like that's how I approached the game at the time. Like I'm gonna take the back seat and I'm gonna get behind you, big bro. Like
wow. So you guys. Throw That Ass in the Circle came after other hits had came. Yeah. But they just wasn't big as Throw That Ass in the Circle.
Yeah, Circle was the biggest one. Circle went worldwide.
Throw that ass in a circle. That stripper kick make me tip a bit.
Circle went worldwide. When you guys get to Circle, and he signed to the guys that you said, you still a minor? You 16 at that time, or you older?
So okay, let me hold on. So I graduated in 2013, and that's when Circle actually came out.
Yeah, you came out.
So at that time, I probably was getting ready to graduate, and like I was probably 17, 18, getting grown at that time when the song came out. But this whole time we was signing and doing shows and putting out this music because it was a build up. So the few songs we did put out before Circle, they was regional. We was going to East Texas. We was going to South Texas. We was going to West Texas. We was going to Oklahoma. We was going to Arkansas. We was going to Mississippi.
How much money was you getting paid?
None.
They never paid you for any of those shows?
Nah, so at the time...
None of them?
I mean, like, I used to come home, like, they might used to give me, like, $25 sometimes, or, like, $50.
So they paying you $25 and $50 a show?
Bro, when I was young, I didn't care.
No, I'm just telling you, they're paying you $25 and $50 off of shows.
Yes, sir.
They're probably making some money off those shows.
For sure.
They might be making, say, 5,000. No, a couple thousand, 3,000. They just starting. So they booking you and they making money, but y'all don't really understand the game.
Right. So,
but you like the 25 to 50. I'm a young cat. Yeah. So
I used to go home with them $50 happy for real. In high school, I was already doing. I was happy to get something for rapping.
Right. So, but the most you can remember getting paid is $50.
I ain't gonna say the most. That was like
when you did the shows. The most what was the most you ever got paid?
At the time, probably like. I mean, on a good day, maybe 100.
100 was the best.
100 was a good day.
That was the
back
best.
then.
Yeah, and I get it.
For sure.
But $100 for a show is the most that you ever got paid during those small first times.
Coming up behind Ronnie.
Yeah, and was Ronnie getting $100 as well?
Nah. He probably was booking for like 1,000, 2,000 or something
even
like that.
Even back then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they were giving you $100?
Because it was his money for real. So like, so Ronnie getting booked. Then whatever like the management of the team got to take, bro, they probably was getting a big percentage of his money.
Correct.
So it got broke down before it even got to him.
I'm not blaming Ronnie. I'm saying that so when it got to him, bro, it was and you getting 100. That's a big gap, ain't it, OG?
No, but we wasn't no group or nothing. He was a solo artist.
A big gap, like he's saying, the things that you do, just like in the dope world. The man that's selling $20 rocks don't get the same money that the man get in doing the ounces.
Yeah.
And the man doing the ounces don't get the same money as the man doing the pounds.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
Hey, look,
you know why I don't agree with that? Cause I don't want to go there, but a nigga could get the ounces and you give me, and I take the 20s and I'll find a way to beat you. But I've always been that way. I mean, I don't give a damn what you give me.
But you know what?
And you gonna know I won too when I get through with you.
I had an artist on We Want Warner Brothers, Tony Hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing dude out of New Jersey. Played 7 different instruments. Glenn Goins from Parliament Funkadelic is his uncle. And he came in on Warner Brothers and he made amazing. His music is stellar today, right? And he came in with the understanding that he was the boss. He was the big, he owned Warner Brothers. Time Wiley didn't. And they asked him for a percentage of his album. We want to get in. And he said, I want to control my own royalties. I want to do this. And Naeem Ali was the head A&R. And he says, hey, you need to talk to Hustle. It's better to have 90% of something than 100% of nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So that 10%, and to make a long story longer, he lost out. And when they were asking, they wanted to give him $350,000 for 10%. And then when it ended up, they wanted to give him $100,000 for 85%. And then they put him on the shelf, and he ain't been in music since. You dig what I'm saying? So as a young man, at 20 years old, they couldn't rock out and give him $1,000. And then I'm gonna say you got to understand the politics.
Travel, food. Like I ain't gonna lie, the team was making show. Like let's say we got 10 people with us, right? And we go stop at Denny's after the show, bruh. Shout out to Pook Urban South, bruh. Everybody with us eating out of the show budget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we do get home, we lucky that if it's something left when we on the road and we. Everybody clothes and we doing this and we doing that.
Things. This is coming, so because that's what an artist, that money is coming out of a budget. And
hold on though. We never got a budget. Nobody never gave us no money. Now see, that's where we got confused at because we come from an era where, like you said, selling out the trunk or putting stuff online. I didn't know you could get paid for putting music online as a kid.
Right.
By the time we thought we had a budget being put behind us, it was the money we already made.
But
that we sold. Nobody put up nothing.
Yeah, so but that's what a budget is. You already made the money.
But most rappers,
and then they do recouping.
They actually get but that's what I was going to say. Most artists, they get an upfront advance that they have to be recouped.
But that's what a major. Yeah, doing a major artist like
but some artists, independents they dish out.
Yeah, what I mean they're doing right now, but they didn't make the rap game made it so hard. If you ain't got 100 million streams, a major don't want you.
That's fact. That's a fact.
You dig what I'm saying? Before they would give you 300,000 to build your. Now if you ain't coming in ready, they don't need you. Yeah. So it's better to go independent. And what y'all did, he was a youngster coming up. He got more sense today.
Hey, and me and Ronnie never fell out. Me and Ronnie never fell out because Ronnie was trying to figure out where his money was at. So even though I'm part of this big situation of this big song, if the main dude trying to figure out where his money at,
you move. You're going too far. You went too far. You sped too far ahead. I didn't even get to that part yet. I'm still on the fact that you getting $100 a show, and I understand now from what you guys are saying that you guys were just on the grind and you really was unorganized without a budget, and you was just using the show money, running around doing doing whatever they was setting up.
That's what we was doing.
I get it, and you said in turn that was the budget.
Yeah,
and you guys were pretty much dealing with it from that perspective. But when it comes down to you guys hit this big song, throw that ass in a circle. Now the money starts to get even more aggressive. The shows start to get more aggressive. They start to spread out even more, go different places. Okay, what happens then? Is it still $100 per episode or per show?
So for me,
or is it, or do you at this point you start getting your just due?
So for me, it's really the same thing. But now I put out my own song, my main song that Lil DZ told you that's cranking in all the clubs. I put out my own song, so now I'm getting like $200-300 a show for my own show.
So you went up from 100 to still getting $200 or $300 a show
when they book me. If I go with Ronnie somewhere, I might come home $25-50.
But if you go on your own, you get that $300.
I get that $200-300.
That $200.
So now this is where Ronnie going to.
But I don't understand.
Ronnie going to other states.
Cause was his song just bigger? Because you explained to me he probably was getting 1,000. You don't know that for sure. But you was getting $200 or $300. But he was getting 1,000.
His song was bigger.
No. He got his own song.
I was the headliner too. But
yeah, he started getting his own song.
But now I'm gonna tell you how that happened.
Because you only got $200 or $300, but you explained to me he was getting 1,000.
Okay, I'm finna.
You see what I'm saying?
But no, I'm explaining that to you.
Before the big song.
I'm explaining to you, he was a bigger artist. Like, so he had songs that was a build up. By the time Circle come out, he got a whole catalog.
Okay.
He got a few songs he could perform. So he's a bigger artist, so he is getting more money. But not only that, Ronnie started out local, and then he started getting like regional. Okay. So the South, he could go to Mississippi, he could go to Alabama, and people know these songs that he got.
Bad boy.
So he's able to make that money. So when he went regional, I start becoming local. So instead of me being just his sidekick, people start like, oh, you hard. Like, you got your own thing going on. Let me give you a little money over here to come be by yourself. So now I'm not even on the road with him no more, coming home with $25 because I got to go over here and pick up this.
Now you get $300,
right.
$200. But that's still better than we didn't get the 1,000.
We gonna get 1,000.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. We
gonna get there. Because in the same thing,
at that time it was $200-300. I'm gonna say about a year or two later, I was at 1,000.
Yeah,
but it took a build up.
Yeah, it takes a build up. But see, that's one thing about an artist, and the same thing I told my boy with your creativity. If somebody takes something from you, don't make it theirs. It's stolen property. I can only do that one song you gave me, but you can make 1 million songs. All he got to do is keep on grinding. See, he got the catalog. I can only imitate what he doing. You feel what I'm saying? So in the creation, they say the best sense is bought sense. So you have to pay to get to where you want to go. You feel what I'm saying? And now I'm there. It's just like you start off selling 20s. Now, some people is comfortable with that. And then you're like, wait a minute. One of my
or
partners,
joints. Some niggas sell joints.
One of my little homies, Charles Galloway. I got to get Galloway.
Shout out to Galloway. He still around? Where he from?
Yeah, man, hell yeah. He from the Nickerson Garden.
He from Nickerson Garden.
He's a city block baby.
Okay.
But he started off with nothing. Charles was a dirty little old dude. I used to hate him. And he told me he said, oh, I was tired of I was giving my homeboy, he was making thousands. And I had to realize, and next thing you know, he went all the way up, and now he got a legit, I ain't never retired from a job. I retired from
so he squared up. He squared up.
The federal penitentiary make anybody square up. You'll tell on people.
Don't come in there eating that ice. You can't do that. I can hear it good.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand the come up. He always had it in his heart. You dig what I'm saying? I can't play dead, an instrument or nothing. I can't even remember a rap. So for somebody to be able to be versatile like that, like this dude say, I'm 16. It's a gang. I mean, I used to steal front ends to cars and take them to the junkyard for $100. 300 bolts busting my finger. We didn't have all them power shit at the time. We was doing that. And a girl introduced me to robbery. And I said, now I can go in some place with a gun and get $1,000. Why am I getting 300? And I never stole a car after that.
That's OG, man.
There's levels to it.
That's OG, man.
You know, so I understand he ain't got to sweat it when you got the talent. When you got the genuine talent, you can make it anywhere in the world.
That's real. That's real.
You know, I was one of my little partners. He was old man. Shout out to old man. He was a rapper. This in the 90s. And these white boys took him. And they took him out the country to rap, right? And he was getting 2,000-3,000. He didn't know how big he was. And one day he told me, I think he said he was in Spain. And he rapped out of Compton, and it was 40,000 people.
Wow. And
he got $2,000. But the best sense is bought sense. He didn't know what he was worth. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? When we talk, wait a minute, bro. 40,000 people, and they gave you 3,000. Man, Marvel, we flew over there, and we did. Man, I could have walked there. You dig what I'm saying? But once he found out who he was, man, it changed.
It changed.
It changed.
Started getting 30,000, 40,000.
It changed, man. Things happen with you. It changed. So you got to go through something to get, man, we didn't just pop up like this.
That's right.
I'm not able to say who I am just because I put in work for this.
That's right. That's
It's been dead bodies.
That's right. That's right.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
None of my tears.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna cry if you fuck with me.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I understand his plight and what he went through as a kid and growing up, and what the beautiful thing about his whole testimony, he got no ill feelings for nobody, and that keep him successful.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.